So I'm at a place not too far where I live, halfway between Bigoton and Childers, which is around the central Queensland coast area. So I've been down here camping, and I've been here since Tuesday, and today is Sunday. So I've got one more night I'm going to stay here for. So you would have seen the videos that I've produced of late in regards to my 12 volt system. So I want to go over in finer details now that I've been testing it out in a camping environment since Tuesday, and today is Sunday. What do I think of it? It's a smile on me face. Towels? Guys, just in case you missed it. What do I think of it? It is bloody brilliant. Excuse the language. Absolutely awesome, guys. I could not be any happier with this system. It absolutely works a treat. Predominantly, I've been mainly cooking with my Taste the Difference Air Roaster Pro. This has been an outstanding success. Now, I also did bring the other air fryer, the little one that I showed you in the video earlier on. Well, when I say earlier on, back in a week or so ago. And I used that one day for one cook up. The rest of the meals, predominantly, I've been cooking in here. So what I brought along with me, I had chicken that I crumbed up, I had veggies, I had sausage rolls, cooked some steak in there, we cooked some fries in here, a roast meal, and whatever you can cook at home, you basically can cook with this system here. And in fact, if time goes well, might even bake a cake very shortly, guys. Let's see how we go with time. So 240 volt system. I'm in a camping in a, you could say, remote area. Okay, so there's a dam here just off to me left. There's a couple other campers here in their caravans, but there's no power here. Alright, so we can only get our power by either the DC-DC charger while we're driving along, or solar panels. And as you know, I didn't take any solar panels with me on this trip, but I do have a lithium battery, which gives me a lot more accessible amps over what I had with the AGM. I would never be able to do this, what I've done in this vehicle, if I still had AGM. It's just no chance, absolutely no chance. So what makes this work is the lithium battery I've got hidden in the third wheel hidden seat cavity of these Mitsubishis under that fridge slide. Now guys, I'm planning on going to relocate that battery. I'm not 100% happy with it located under there. I want to move it out and move it up on the side here, so I can keep an eye on it and it's more accessible. So, only one day we went for a drive. The whole time we stayed here, and that was a couple of days ago when we went for a drive around the area. It's about 125 k's, and by the time we came back around 2-3 p.m. in the afternoon, my battery is fully charged because of the DC-DC charger in the car. So what am I using to keep my battery fully charged if I'm using a 240 volt Air Roaster Pro? My little trusty Honda generator, guys. I got the Honda EU22i. For those, particularly caravans, many of you are well aware of that particular Honda generator and just how quiet it is. So you're also aware I've got the Victron Multiplus compact 12 2080 charger inverter. So I've explained a bit about that before. So I'm in a camping area here. You might be worried, but he's got a generator. Wouldn't that be too noisy? But guys, the reason part of the reason why this system works so well is because that generator does not need to run much at all. Now I've got a lithium battery that will accept between 20, it's recommended, this particular one. Now you can get some, they can actually charge them a lot faster than this, and I'm going to be looking into that. I'm going to put a system together, a lithium battery, may even build one myself. I might even put one together that will charge up to the maximum what that Multiplus of mine can charge at, and that's 80 amps. So then that will mean there was less time I need to run the generator. The generator in this vehicle is a hit. 100% very happy with it. I don't think people realize just how effective having a generator, a little generator like that, with a lithium battery that can take the discharge and the charge, and an air fryer. Some of you guys with the caravans would certainly know that are doing your, what you call in America, boondocking, what we call here off-grid camping basically. Some of you should be well aware of that. One of the features of the Victron Multiplus, I mentioned it before and I'll mention it again now, it's the fact it's all built into one. It's got an AC charger and it's got a inverter built into one. Why is that an advantage? And being a Victron as well, which is very good quality, 5-year warranty. One of the features in this is what's called power assist. Another feature, what I can do that makes that power assist works, I can control how much power comes in off the grid. Now when I say grid, I'm talking shore power, or you're plugged into a 240 volt outlet, or you're plugged into a generator. So it means either one of those. So example, I'm using a generator here. So it's a 2200 watt generator. Obviously when you run at a 2200, it's going to sound a little bit louder than when you run it at 1000, or even then you run it at 800. And that's one of the reasons, one of the main reasons I upsized and got the Honda 2200 watt inverter, because it's so quiet, because I can run it around 1000 watt with very minimal noise. It's very quiet. Now you only got to hide it behind the vehicle here, and we're sitting, like I'm camping with other people here, they've gone for a walk now, and I'm camping with some friends, and we're literally sitting 10 meters away, and we can just still have a conversation without yelling over the generator. And in fact it got to the point where you hardly know it's there. Well, basically guys, most of the time it's not turned on. So going back to the Multiplus, why it works so well with the Multiplus, because I'm able to drop the AC input, the amps. So what you do is you drop the amps input, so you tell it, I want you to draw in maximum, say 6 amps, 7 amps. I got it set at 7 amps, so between 5 and 7 amps. I got it set, depending if there's people camping nearby, then I'll reduce it more so it idles more. So the closer you get that thing down in idle, the more quieter it's going to be. You get to the point, if you run it close to idle, you can be 20 meters away and you hardly hear it. Hardly hear it. particularly if the wind is blown away in the opposite direction. Because I'm able to limit that, it limits the load on the generator. So then, so say maximum 1,000. But now you're saying, if you're familiar with this air roaster, the taste the difference, air roaster pro, draws 1600 watts according to the specs. My testing, it draws 1550 watts. Always the same, no matter what, always the same. So it's going to bog down, it's not going to work. You're only drawing 1000 watts out of your generator, that's going to shut down. That's where the power assist comes in. Power assist. 1000 watts coming in from the grid. I turn this on, bang, going to draw 1540 watts. Then the inverter cuts in. What that does, the inverter will grab the extra 550 watts that it needs from my lithium battery. Now, the thing is with this, when it starts up, it runs at 1550 watts. Within 5-10 minutes, that's up to temperature, and it acts like a stove, even though it's an air fryer, so it cycles on and off. Okay, and it seals really well. So a lot of the times, it's not running. So when it's not running, it's charging the battery. When it cuts in and it draws that extra 550 amps off the battery, then it's drawing approximately about 20-25 amps from the battery. But then it cycles off, it's got the temperature, it cycles off, and then we've got over 50 amps going into the battery. So by the time you finish cooking, your battery's fully charged. So I could be cooking for, on average, I've been cooking 15 to 17 minutes for lunch. So most of the time that's all that generator running for, about 17 minutes for lunch to cook and top up that battery. Late in the afternoon, again the same. Like the chicken, I cooked a roast chicken, the pieces, they were cut up pieces, it cooked in less than 20 minutes. Sausage rolls, 15 minutes. Party pies, 8-9 minutes. Chips, 17 minutes. Chicken, a chicken wrap, bacon, cheese, etc. took about 20 minutes, 25 minutes tops. I think the second one I cooked was about 25 minutes. Once you finish that, then you turn the generator off. And of course that generator was only running on idle. I only need to run it for no more than about an hour the most per day at close to idle. There's been some comments coming in of late in regards to generator using on this, and I've been copping a bit of flame about it. So I wanted to do this short video to explain to you how well the system works. It's perfect for me, and quite frankly, if you're annoyed about the little bit of noise that a generator makes, a guy started his vacuum cleaner about 50 meters away from me yesterday in his caravan, and it was louder than my generator. It was louder than me standing next to my generator while I've got that air roaster on. My mate walked over to the road, the nearest caravan over here, and he couldn't hear it. I'm going to continue using it, guys. Of course, there's going to be some places you're not allowed to have a generator. I haven't got rid of my solar panels. I have not got rid of my Origo 3000 stove. I have not got rid of my little gas camp stoves. I still got them. I can still use them. I'm still going to use a charcoal cooker and a fireplace. I've still got all that as well. So there's always that I can go back to. And I've got the DC-DC charger, and being a lithium, of course you're not going to go through much power if you run in fact one day I'm going to put a very small solar panel up on the top of this rooftop tent. It's already pre-wired for it, and it'll be perfect for those situations. I could just bring me a little solar blanket, whack it over the window, put that on. No problems. I can go for 2-3 days without worrying about charging this battery. In fact, even longer. I could probably go camping for 2-3 days if I'm using like a little gas cooker on my Origo stove. So yeah, there's places you're not going to be, but most of the places you can. And frankly guys, most of the camping I do is remote, and I go places where not many people go. That's my style of camping, and I'm going to make this the way that suits me the best. And this is how it is. And one day I'm going to do a demo video on and show you cooking a roast or something, and do a video and pop it. So guys, before my camera cuts out, I'm going to say goodbye for now. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. It helped my channel enormously. Until next time, look after yourself, eh? Cheers.